What's good? What's good? We back. How y'all doing, fellas? Live from Fayettenam. We got Big Face. We got Mr. J. And we're gonna change this up a little bit right here. So we can see Mr. J's face. It was hiding Mr. J. How y'all doing, fellas?
Chilling, baby. Living life, loving it.
All right, so Sleepy Jones is MIA. He didn't communicate. Ilzy, I talked to him just a little while ago. He's out with the family. And Big Kaz couldn't make it. He texted me, let me know he couldn't make it. So it's gonna be just us three still in the show tonight. And we got some juicy topics we're gonna get into. And whoever wants to start it off, we're gonna start with who are the top hip hop producers of all time. What?
Nice.
Go ahead, Big Face.
I mean, for me personally, we talking Premier, Pete Rock. You got to get into the hit squad. Man, this is I need to do some homework on this, to be honest with you, bro. But Premier definitely top of my list. What about y'all?
Okay. Jay? Mr. J, can you hear? I can't hear you.
Mr. Jay, what's up with you, man? Can't hear you, bro.
Can't hear you.
Kanye definitely got to be in there too, right? Man, the production, which is the key element of hip hop, I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like trash song, hit. So you talk some man, a lot of pictures.
Okay, you're going kind of in and out.
I'm cutting in and out.
Yeah. You good now though. We still ain't got Mr. J. What's up, Mr. J? Your mic gone? Can you hear us? I don't know what's up.
I don't see his lips moving.
I don't either. So you got Kanye, you got P Rock.
Premier, man. Come on, Primo, baby. Primo. Smash it. What you got on top of your mind, Mr. Masson?
I'm thinking like Dr. Dre is like one of my favorite.
Absolutely.
Dr. Dre. Definitely Premier. Premier definitely created a sound that a lot of cats want to copycat. I definitely like Pete Rock because he's more versatile, I think, than Premier. Like you know Premier beat when you hear it. You know Premier beat when you hear it.
Pete Rock was more take risks than Premier for sure. And you got Timbo.
Timbaland, great producer. Mr. J, what's up? You still got technical difficulties? Good.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Building, baby.
Okay. We back in business. I don't know what happened. Ghost in the machine. I don't know.
So we got Timbaland, we got Premier, we got Pete Rock, we got Dr. Dre. I got to throw in the Alchemist. Alchemist.
You got Scott Storch, because to me he's right there like Alchemist Scott Storch.
I wouldn't really compare Alchemist to Scott Storch. I think Scott Storch is more of a mainstream producer.
They got
a lot of big hit records. Yeah. And Scott Storch, man, he's kind of fizzled out. Where has he been?
He's gotten fat sitting down there living in Khalid's guest house.
Yeah, he had some drug issues for a minute. So he had to kind of sit down.
You want to chime in, Mr. J, since you had a little technical difficulties at first?
Yeah, there's a couple unsung producers like DJ Quick, DJ Pooh, Easy Mo B.
I love Easy Mo B.
I think DJ Quick is probably the most unsung producer. He's had so much, work on various different people with Dick Talib Kweli. He's done, R&B producers as well as hip hop. He's definitely a guy who's like a producer, like not just a beat maker. He does a lot of instrumental stuff. Brings a lot of musicians into his session. and really kind of orchestrates a lot of different things. So you know what kind of sound
They work
you
down there.
hear when you hear a DJ Quick beat.
You make me go
And
in and get them.
explain the difference between a beat maker and a producer for people.
Well, a beat maker is somebody who's just, usually tapping on those keys or tapping on a ASR or Korg or COS or different like Pete Rock uses the SB 1200 or SB whatever SB level we at now.
So,
Just those things are just you know beat makers. They don't have levels to what they're doing. They just kind of you know plug away at making those things. Producers are real orchestrators. They kind of they know what kind of sound they want. They know the difference between a break and just the body of a song. They know how to give it levels and dynamics. Beat makers are usually just they deal with strictly loops and loops only. You know what I mean? And they
what
usually are
cares about
kind of
that?
directors as well.
What you about to say, Faith?
Yeah,
I
was
was
there?
gonna, well, I mean, so what was the list? Are we giving a list like a couple? So who are you talking? Easy Mo B,
Well, I said Easy Mo B. I said DJ Quick, DJ Pooh.
yep, okay, good word. Kanye's, no, no beat nuts.
Yeah, well,
Beat
I
nuts,
go with
beat nut.
Beat
Yes,
Nuts. Another
Run,
one
yeah.
unsung. Yeah,
amazing run, like in the mid to late '90s of just everything they made. Everybody, they made so many hits. They had to take some and use them for themselves and made their own hits. They weren't even
yeah,
rappers.
yeah.
Yeah. What about early RZA?
Oh, definitely. Come on, you got it. The
Mm-hmm.
rhythm and just the way he did it was different than everyone else, and the way he used the equipment. I don't know how you guys. I don't have a lot of production background. I'm an artist. I was a writer more
I don't
so,
either.
and so I mean, most of my early stuff was done on an ASR Pro and a 4 track converted to an 8 track. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you went from there to a Korg, and there's rudimentary stuff. I play a little bit, but it's never my desire to get into that. But as far as what he was saying, as far as makers versus producers, I mean, at me as a writer, hell, it's all magic to me. If they made a beat and I went in there, they were producing. But I had producers that would help me structure the song, and I had producers that just made a beat, let me go in there and rock. So I understand the differences in the two for sure. But the,
To
the
me, the
second arranger as well, like Dre and Timbaland, more of arrangers. Like
yeah,
they set all the way up for you. They ain't just putting the beat down and saying this is a dope beat, like say maybe I think like a Beat Nuts would or a Track
yeah,
Masters
and they're more producers. Like to me, a producer is more of a person who can custom make a beat around you.
who
You know,
arranges.
like yeah, like when you do a remix, typically you take the acapella and somebody custom makes and arranges a beat around that. That's a producer. And then a beat maker typically is just somebody making a ton of beats and you're just going through and listening to them one after another. But a cat could be a beat maker and a producer at the same time, I think.
So can you put me a shot?
Because I think
Yeah.
if you're just going through a bunch of beats, you're kind of just going through the beat maker process. And then if you're going in there like I'm gonna pay you, like if you go to pay Premiere for a beat, Premiere's just gonna probably custom make a beat for you. He's probably gonna make the Mr. J, Premiere beat, the Big Face Premiere beat, the Paul Masson big Premiere beat,
I
and
think he might just make
do it
beats.
like that.
I think he might just be Primo send me 6 beats and you know what I mean, giving you the beat.
Yeah, he might do it that way, but he also might like it probably depends on how much you're spending with cats too, I would think.
And
Like
also the
you
like
spending more, you probably get the royal treatment, I would think.
also you got to look at it as in-camp producers as well. Like,
Yeah,
he may be just this, but to everybody else, he they in-camp producer. Like my production was Sloan, the Slizzler. Now you're gonna pay him if you want me, but me, I mean, I'm gonna get all I want from him. Same probably with Premier and his own crew. He'll probably arrange the whole record for you, but if you're outside, you're just picking beats out, right? And
Yeah.
the amount of money they pay him, $100,000 and $200,000, Mr. J. I'm sure you can put on that. You better get in there and make this whole thing from scratch. Shit.
How y'all feel about it, Eric Sermon?
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's definitely an amazing producer, and the fact that he went back to the excuse me to the Marvin Gaye catalog and just went and created things out of like whole cloth from the Marvin Gaye catalog to give him a whole album of stuff.
They created a
That
whole
was dope.
too and got sued. Shout out to Robin Thicke. Still an ass motherfucker.
That was definitely around that what? Just like music, right? Around that
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
Yeah.
Hey
Just
man,
like music.
that whole crossover, that was him. I mean, he was all over that album. When they made that jump from regional act to national act, Eric Sermon had a lot to do with those beats.
yeah.
Who else we missing out here? I know
I'm
we
sure.
missing some cats.
Oh hell yeah, I'm sure we are. You mentioned Dre, of course. What are the West Coast? We mentioned Quick and what are the West Coast guys you can think of?
Yeah, the
I
Alchemist,
said Quick and Pooh
DJ
and
Pooh,
Yep.
Quick.
DJ
Yeah.
Muggs. DJ Muggs is that whole Soul Assassins camp.
DJ Muggs.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
DJ Muggs.
They're
Yeah. Yeah,
great.
that's another one.
Made hit records for not only Cypress Hill but other acts, and then also became a part of Limp Bizkit. Made hits with them too. I mean, yikes.
House of Pain. And he mentored, if I'm not mistaken, he mentored Alchemist.
yeah. That's our Alchemist. Yeah.
Hill,
Yeah,
uh, Limp Bizkit. I mean, come on, bro. Damn,
yeah.
that's a hell of a work.
I'm gonna tell you another producer I liked. I had a beat from him. I wasn't too big on the beat he sent, but you got to take what you get when you ain't paying for it. Nick Wiz. He did a lot of the Cellar Dwellers
Oh
and
snap! Yeah.
the
I like,
Milk Bone album, the Cellar Dwellers. I just really liked his sound. He had a really, really good sound and whatnot.
and if we talk about the best, we are live from Fayettenam. One of the
We're
best,
gonna
I
get in
think.
that. We're gonna get in that. We're gonna get in that. Don't jump into that yet. Don't get off topic. We're gonna get in that.
Well, we need to get
I
our
know where you're
itinerary.
gonna go. We got that's
Start.
the next question. That's the next question. We're gonna get into that.
We go. If you're gonna lead me down the road, you got to give me an itinerary.
We're only 13 minutes in. We're only 13 minutes in. I know we missing some names here, man. What about Static Selector?
Yeah. Static. Um.
He's a newer hip hop producer, but definitely keeping the sound going, I would think.
Uh, I'm trying to remember who was the producer for the Alcoholics.
Was it King T?
He 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 brought them along. He kind of
Yeah.
opened the doors for them.
I don't know who
So
But
really produced the
I don't.
Alcoholics.
when we talk about
I
producers of all time, I'm looking at people probably that aren't just one camp. I'm looking at people that probably crossed over to other people, probably made records for their camp and others, and maybe even
I know
crossed
who we
over.
missing. DJ Evil D, the Beat Miners in them. Mr.
yeah,
Walt, Evil D, Beat Miners. Definitely a
yeah,
great hip hop sound. A great hip hop sound.
Organized
When Black
Noise.
Moon came out, yeah, they produced some stuff. They produced
I mean,
some stuff.
all Dungeon Family records. I mean, you're talking
yeah.
about all the Outcasts.
Classic stuff. Yeah.
I mean, several. I mean, on and on and on. Yeah.
And what's they group? What's they producer's name? What's they
Organized Noise Productions, but
Organized Noise? Yeah, Organized Noise. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Rico Wade. And,
go
One at a
Wade.
time. One at a time. Can't hear your face.
It's okay.
Go ahead though. Organized Noise.
Mr. J, Rico Wade.
I forgot the other cat, but yeah, it was Rico Wade and
Edmonds.
who else?
Mr. Something Edmonds, I think. Right?
Okay.
I think another one I gotta throw in there. My favorite, since it's my favorite album all time, Havoc.
Yeah, man, definitely dope.
Yeah,
The Mob Deep sound was just always amazing. I thought.
You're right, for sure.
definitely.
Once,
I don't know how you feel about Manny Fresh, but he's definitely a
Yeah,
interesting
I was
producer.
yeah.
saying it, but he definitely sold a lot of records with those beats.
Yeah, and the fact that he had 21 about averaging about 20 to 21 beats on every individual's album, and none of them sounded the same. Like he was able to give each and every one a different, completely like different sound. That to me is just amazing.
Since we in the South, we got to go with DJ Paul. I'm in 3-6 Mafia around Fayetteville. There was some fanatic. There was some Fayettenam fanatics when it came to 3-6 Mafia. Shouts out to my man Little Six, who rap name came for 3-6. Little Six. From Hux Entertainment and whatnot. But yeah, man. I mean, there's so many names. I mean, we probably could keep naming names forever, man. When you get to the mainstream.
But for me,
Uh
I mean, when I think production, hip hop, the exact first thought that comes to my mind is Primo. So always been Primo to me. I love a lot of mainstream beats too, though. But I mean, it's always
I'm
Primo
gonna tell you a name we definitely overlooking. Rick Rubin. Rick motherfucking Rubin.
for sure.
Run DMC, Beastie Boys, LL Cool J. I
And the
mean, definitely
Jay-Z,
Yeah.
99 Problems. That
Jay-Z, yeah. And
was
somebody commented on our we put a little short together where Face You was saying LL Cool J was top 10. And somebody was like, they didn't really like that. They said top 100 at best.
Wow. Top 100.
Yeah. Yeah,
they,
Wow.
yeah.
they might want to tell Mr. Smith that they might get their face pushed in the sand.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey man, you got to look at the body of work. I'm that. Negative opinions is better than positive opinions for me. But look at the dude body of work, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Help my soul for that career.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might get squashed like a jelly bean right there. You know what I mean?
And you know what Mama told me. So
You know what? Let me Google some names. I know we missing some names here, man. Top.
you got to Google it. We might. Google. I think you ain't got no. Don't worry.
There's so many names though, man. I mean,
You're talking about the top. We're supposed to spend our time talking about the top producers, not all 750 producers that have ever made a hit record.
we only 18 minutes in. We're gonna get into the local ones. There ain't enough. There ain't enough. There ain't enough local ones. There ain't enough local ones for us to do the whole podcast, dude.
Sound
Definitely
like
more.
maybe if we did homework, maybe we got this before. We could do some homework and came to some better takes, honestly. But
Yeah, I
we
could start sending cats the questions ahead of time.
conversation, and both of y'all don't want to talk about Kanye, which is crazy to me.
I'll talk about Kanye.
Well,
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Some personal hate, baby.
Kanye's
uh,
great.
yeah, Kanye's probably one of the most
Incredible.
successful producers of all time, probably.
You kidding? You can what Kanye did. Kanye will give you 10, 15 different beats. I, I, wow. I don't say that's Kanye when I hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're
But
right. You can't tell a Kanye beat.
no, I don't automatically know it's Kanye. Well, wow, we haven't even mentioned Neptune, Pharaoh. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, for
Oh, you
real.
talking about
Yeah.
Neptunes? Yeah, Neptunes. Yeah.
Done did how many hits? Even for Snoop and Janet, and all of Genuine. The list goes on and on.
But let's go back to Kanye. You want to talk? Kanye was he really started even popping a great time when that Dipset sound with Just Blaze and Kanye, really orchestrating it. That was a
Yeah.
great time for hip hop. I just really love that sound, man. Definitely love that sound. You had No ID was one of the producers on that label as well, and he
Let, Ninth
overlooked.
Wonder. Oh, Ninth Wonder.
Ninth Wonder,
Yeah.
Ninth Wonder, definitely.
Ass and knowing him personally, good dude. Good dude. I remember when he first got on the placement on the Black album. Man. I was in Raleigh chilling with 21st Records when that happened, and it was big for the Raleigh area. You know, like how Fayetteville scene was. Raleigh was super proud of that shit. My little brother had been making noise for years at that point.
Yeah, yeah. And when you think of little brother, you also got to throw in Jay Dilla.
Yes, rest in peace, Jay Dilla.
Rest in peace to Jay Dilla. What about Swiss Beats?
Yeah, hell yeah. What? Definitely
I
Swiss Beats.
mean, did he kind of orchestrate this like not using a ton of samples with the New York sound?
I think, yeah, in some ways. Plus, he was the type of guy who said, he was going to have the hook ready for when
Oh yeah,
somebody came in. You know
he
what I'm
had the hook.
saying? He was like, everybody else has got their mind on trying to get these lyrics together, get these bars together, get each an individual verse together. I don't want to have them have to worry about nothing else but just the verses. I'll do the
But
hook.
he also the luxury of working with DMX most of his career. Which come on, man, DMX is Mr. Hook. Make anything sound cool instantly. The best voice probably ever in hip hop.
Yep. Um, we also looking over another name that just got honored recently, the
Molly
great
Marl.
Marley Marl. And they
Bridges.
said, I don't know if y'all seen the video. I think hip hop heads were really upset at the fact that you had to tell people to clap for Marley Marl when they were talking about he like literally, started sampling in hip hop. You gotta literally tell people to clap, you gotta tell them to stand, and things of that nature.
In the last couple of years with his Eminem comments and then the beef and then I mean this just because the beef happened this year, like he been saying shit like that for years though. He doesn't pay a lot of homage to the ones in front of him. If you don't give respect, you're not always gonna get respect, man.
No,
And
you talking about Melly Mel. You talking about Melly Mel.
yeah, my bad. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Yeah, you talking about Melly Mel. We talk I was about to say Marley Moore ain't got beef with Eminem.
I mean, once again, a lot of kids in hip hop probably don't know who Marley Marl is.
They don't.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You know what I mean? You got to, I think that should be a law too. You got
Who's
to know your
problem?
history.
It ain't the hip hop fans' fault.
No.
No,
It's the
no,
fault. You can't blame the fan. I don't never hear
no.
Marley mentioned in nothing. I don't hear the new artists or even the artists from the 90s. They didn't bring Marley Marl in to keep Marley Marl's name alive. So
All right,
Especially on the historians and the new artists to try to
I'm
do
gonna
that.
throw, I'm gonna throw out one more name, and then we're gonna get into the Fayettenam producers. But we can't forget Large Professor because he taught Havoc how to make beats. And the Nas album, his impact
halftime beat,
on that.
the halftime beat, live at the barbecue, some
Yeah.
really dope beats.
And that's also favorite producer for Irvin Ford from Fayettenam, which is going to get into our next question. Here we go. Who are the top favorite Fayettenam producers and beat makers?
Who
Who
wants to
want to
start?
start?
I mean, there's several, but I would say the best for me, you listen to a lot of local music, and as far as the body of the beat, so many beats. It's the Kid QDH. I mean, the kid has amazing beats across lots of different artists to build. There's lots of producers. Um, Shiggy Sean, one of my favorite, you don't even know this. He behind a lot of those beats from Dark Side, which is dope too. But I think the kid is the best out of the build. The kid QDH.
Okay. Okay. Mr. J, any names you want to recognize or whatnot?
I think you'll probably want to, go with Irvin Ford. We could mention him. Mike
That's
Will
having fun.
910.
Mike Will,
Uh,
he's dope. Mike Will is dope.
DOS from uh, from Ground Zero. He definitely had some dope beats, uh, as well as of course, Rick Marvel. Rick Marvel did, the most of our first group album from the Empire, and a lot of my most recent album. So he's definitely one of those guys that not only had beats in the Ville, but he did stuff for Skills. He did stuff for Black Sheep. So those are the ones
Yeah,
I can think of right now.
those were my producers. Pretty biased, but Sloan the Slizzard, I love him to death. I mean,
Sloan
there's
is
a
dope.
mhm.
Sloan
Oh, we
is
can't
dope.
forget. We can't forget. Nerve. Nerve was doing some beats too. So
Zeph Linson made produced my track for the Cape Fear Wildcats but he produced lots of music back in the day under Elohim and under Zeph.
Yeah.
He's a dope producer. Milk from Strong Milk Live Action Entertainment
yeah, I remember Milk.
Yeah. Yeah.
celebrating his 50th birthday this week. Shout out! I know he watches the show. He made some dope beats. This cat made an entire album with the PlayStation back in the late '90s using that beat maker game, and it was crazy fire. We were blown away. This dude is in here making better beats with the PlayStation than we could with the ASR.
Yeah, I remember him telling me about that back in the day.
Crazy,
That
man.
was crazy.
Paul,
So
who
I
did a lot?
definitely
Paul, who's done most of your production?
Irv did a lot. Irv did a lot. The magician, Danny the magician, did a lot. I think though of all the cats that I work with, I hate to throw this out there, but only one cat's custom made beats for Paul Masson, and that was Trillinois Tracks, man.
Yo,
Like,
Trill hit me up this week too, man. He would love to be involved with this with us. Trill
yeah, I
messaged
just
some.
talked to him. I talked to him today. He's out in DC. I mean, and there's
He's the one cat.
a lot of dope cats in the Ville. I mean, a lot of, but Triller was like really once he gave me that custom beat. I mean,
But
I
Trill,
was spoiled.
even with Trill back there with them when they had an Empire record shoot off, him and the Hustle Man Rise is a dope
Yeah, him
producer.
and Rod. Yeah.
Rise will get you in there. Rise will place the hook, put the beat around you. Rise is great to work with in the studio. I have had the privilege of doing that, and dude is mad easy to work with in the studio.
And I never got no beats from this cat, but I went to his crib one time for the first time and seen him make beats on Acid Pro like nobody else was making it, and that was Ronnie C. And I was like, wow. I was like, at that time, I was like so amazed by Ronnie C, man. Like, this cat is like nobody was making beats like that. He was just taking little chops, throwing them on. You just see little clips on Acid Pro, just throwing them here and there. And then you hear the beat finished, and like, man, this is amazing, man. And everybody was using like beat machines still then. They used ASR 10s and NPCs and everything else.
Chord,
And
my
then
chord was fire.
Yeah,
and
Corp.
then
Yeah.
and here comes Ronnie C on the Acid Pro, and I'm just like, wow, like this cat was something else. I never got beats from him, but I know a lot of cats do that. Leviticus cat,
Yeah, Levi, man. Hey, Levi is dope, bro. Levi been
yeah.
dope for years, man. And once again, another artist that's easy to work with, always down to put in work. Yeah, Levi's crazy talented, man. Crazy talented.
And I know we missing somebody.
Oh,
Rain makes some amazing beats. Rain
Yeah,
910.
yeah. I'm trying to think of some of these other crews out here, like who they had producing and whatnot. I
well,
mean, because
they had so let's talk about Bomb Shelter. They had Izzy Nice, and who was the other cat? They had
Izzy
another
Nice,
cat,
yeah, Izzy Nice, Izzy
Izzy,
Nice
Izzy,
got some
yeah,
real dope beats, real dope
crazy.
yeah.
beats.
He's produced for almost everybody in the field across the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? And
Except
you,
me.
Izzy's mad funny. Yo, Izzy's funny, man. He don't fuck with everybody, man. He is a funny cat. He like that. He definitely holds his talent close to the best, man. Um,
I just felt like he tried to beat me over the head with the price, man. That's all.
he real.
But it's the fire beats, bro. It's for fire beats.
So, and there was another somebody. Bomb Shelter had a two-part production crew back then. I'm forgetting somebody's name, and it's a big name. Sean Beeman. Sean Beeman. That's the name. So he did a
Okay.
lot. work with a lot of cats back then. And he was, from what I understand, I never got to work with him. Saw secondhand shit, but he is get glowing from everybody I talked to about him. So definitely got to be up there.
I do gotta throw this out there. The bomb shelters, food shelter and clother LP. And I
Fire.
might be saying it back. I might be saying it backwards. I said it backwards in the interview. It might be food, clothing, and shelter. I don't remember
It is
exactly.
food show.
That is the best produced LP to me in Fayettenam history.
Well, they had the skits. They had it spaced out. They had some cool ass, funny internet skits that you hadn't heard before. With that whole bomb shelter flies Delta, which is hilarious as fuck. And yeah, man, it was. It was produced like you thought it should be, right? Like what we
Yeah.
thought it should be. Song got the skits that all tie the shit together. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I know you know probably that proved me wrong. It's still dope right now. The lyrics still make sense. The flow still makes sense. Everything. I mean, so once again, Vietnam ahead of his time. We always been ahead of our time. Yeah, really.
And I don't know if y'all know this cat. I don't know his producer name, but I'm part of the reason he started making beats, and that's Carando.
I'm not familiar.
Mhm.
I don't know his production name. I can't think of. He came around the time of Leviticus started coming out and whatnot. Damn. See, that's what I'm saying. Names, but so many names to talk about in Fayetteville
Well,
that
that's
we
fine.
might have to get back to some of these bigger names because there's only so many names. Um,
Well,
I mean,
sound
we
like we
got
have
Herb, we got Izzy Nice, we got Sloan, we got Nerve Wreck. Did that Bob Wildcat make beats?
Kid QDH. I mean, we are
QDA.
definitely it's like who's making Passport Schools beats right now? Who's making Hoods beats? Because they got some grimy ass beats right now. I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
you know, cats ain't. And plus, producers for some reason don't seem to be as big stars as they were when I was rapping. Like I
And
knew every producer in town, and they were
and
big. They were bigger than the rappers.
and the thing is, a
Well,
lot of
now
these dudes
people,
nowadays are going outside of local rappers are getting beats. So they're
But
not
at
just
least
going to local rappers to get the beats.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, and that's just snatching it straight off of YouTube from anywhere.
right.
You know what I mean? And then they
SoundClick,
worry about it later.
YouTube. Yeah.
Of course, when we're talking about production, you got to talk about Barry Williams and Red Room Studios. I mean, the engineering, production goes on there, probably the top quality in all of the city.
I got to shout out another name. He didn't make a lot of beats around here, but I've heard a lot of his beats and he made some tracks for me. Stranger the Great can make some hot beats.
Oh hell yeah, Strangers
Stranger
multi.
the Great can make some hot beats too. He's definitely another one of those two sides of the coin. Irv, like, and that's another thing. Who's the best rapper producer guy? You
Well,
got
hang on.
Irv, you got Nerve Wreck, you got Stranger the Great.
While you mentioned Stranger the Great, go ahead and give me a shameless plug tomorrow night at Aladdin's Hookah Bar on Hope Mills Road. We got the Maserati, the uncensored season reunion with me, Stranger the Great. You know, Big Frost, Mike Tech, a bunch of cats gonna be out there, you know, for the whole season. Day Uno, the
Now, when is
kids.
that?
That's tomorrow. That's Saturday night, October
Okay.
14th at Aladdin Hookah Bar on Hope Mills Road. We're gonna be setting it off with the Maz. Everybody that did the Maserati podcast from Fed when he was doing a little Vietnam recap stuff, bomb shelter. A lot of cats was on that. So sorry
Okay.
to jump in there, but Stranger would be right up there with the Zeph would probably be the dopest
Zeph?
rapper slash producer to me. Zeph Lesson.
Who you got, Jay?
Um, I'd probably go with Rain. Because
Yeah. I mean,
if not Rain, then Cole. You know, because Cole does some production too. Cole does a lot of production.
I didn't
Um,
know he has produced though. Like, he's dope. He fired. I mean, to me, best artist ever come out of the field. But
We do gotta include him in the Fayettenam producers, right?
I
yeah.
don't know who produced it of the records I've heard of his.
Yeah, but I mean,
He's
he's still
produced a
one of
few
the best
things.
producers from Fayetteville.
I mean, a lot of his album. I think it's a lot of his first album. Um, he did a lot of production on. I don't know how much he did on the second album. and he's produced stuff for a couple cats under him. So
Did he
as
produce
well as some.
way? Because you want to hear something dope, go on YouTube and pull up Rain 910 Blow You Away. It's probably from like 2011, dope ass video, dope concept, just a fire song, top 5 song ever out of the bill. If you produce that, that's crazy. But by the way, that's crazy. I'm still waiting on the sequel, Rain. You left us on a cliffhanger on that joint, Brad.
Yeah, I think he got away from it when he started doing all the
Smack
battles
DVD.
and everything else, and then
Yeah.
he got that. He was supposed to have that deal, sealed up with Ross, and then nothing came of it. That one single they dropped, that "What Up Whoa," where they did it over there in off the Merc,
I
when he
heard
did
it.
that video over there. Like that was pretty much it off of that single. So I don't know what happened after that, but he's still steadily
What
putting music out. He's got some other stuff he put out, some
what
other
happened?
video he just came back and put out too.
What happened? Rain writes for everybody. That's what happened. I believe Rain writes for a lot of people we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? I really
Yeah,
feel that.
we can't say the names on this podcast, man, because we might get them in trouble or something, or get people in trouble.
It's a talented dude, man. Let's
Yeah,
put it
And
that
not
yeah.
because I think there might be non-disclosure agreements, NDAs and whatnot.
I didn't sign shit.
Yeah, we know one of the names. We know one of the names. We named them early in this podcast on this
Mhm.
episode.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta go with Nerve Wreck, man. I gotta go with Nerve Wreck as the best producer rapper from the Ville, man. I got
Yeah.
to, man. I really do. I
Hey,
mean,
Lizzle could rap his ass off. Just so you know, hey, shout out Sloan up in a while. He could rap his ass off. By the way,
Mhm.
I've never heard Sloan rap. And shouts
he's
out to Sloan.
crazy.
Somebody tell Sloan Paul Masson needs a beat.
He got him. I'll forward you the contact. He got tons of them.
So who are we missing, man? We missing anybody from the Ville? Because they're gonna get mad at us if we don't shout them out.
Production. Did Crimes do a lot of the production for Dark Side Camp? Because
I don't
Crimes is a producer. Crimes does his own beats, and he's amazing.
I don't know
Shit.
if Crimes was producing early like Dark Side, but I found some songs the other day with P Crimes on it that were unreleased, like 2 or 3. I'm gonna throw
So
some visualizers on it and put them out there.
I got one last year under the Guapo Cash moniker called Toxic Love. I'm
Yeah.
gonna email you when we get off here, bro. It's bananas. It's a top 5 hit. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And he
he for some reason was my favorite dude in the Ville because of his style, man, his delivery, his punchlines. I mean, the songs I got that unreleased are dope.
and he got a fine baby mama too. She a stripper though. You know how they- Hey, what up, Guapo?
So damn, I don't know who we missed on the production level.
I mean, Milk. I mentioned that person knew about, of course, this, there's engineers, but I'm not counting engineers. I mean, there's a lot of times I had a beat maker and then I had a different dude doing my recording. So that ain't my producer, you know what I'm saying? My engineer. So we have a lot of engineers in the field, like the Big Frost. He did my whole album, recorded my whole album. It was amazing on the boards, period. So, I mean, you got those two. You got the
Yeah.
Rolling Weight right now is one of the best. I mean, he'll master mixes. He's one of the best engineers around.
Okay. Okay.
That's what he's mainly does. That's what Roland does now. You want your sound cleaned up, you take it to Rolling Weight. Let me get you that real mastered, that real industry sound.
I know another cat. I'm gonna gotta shout him out. He didn't make a lot of beats for a lot of cats around here. He was down with Big Kaz and D Murder. I think he's out there in Puerto Rico now. Shouts out to D Murder. I actually got a song with him and Rob Mel unreleased. I'm about to throw a visualizer too. I
Oh,
mean, there's so
Cass, shout
many
out to
great
Cass.
producers.
shout out to Kenny Mac and BTS. Damn, I can't believe I almost forgot. I mean, BTS had some of the dopest beats when I first started that whole wood grain beat. And Kenny Mac was behind a lot of that, which he's coming back right now. He's gonna be producing some stuff for Sonny. Kenny Mac is coming back with BTS. I've talked to him a few times the last couple of weeks. We need to have him on the show, man. Kenny Mack with BTS.
Did he produce the Whoop Wood Grain?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was my favorite track from BTS back
He
in the
too
day.
produced my last track. He produced a bunch of dope records, especially with Sonny and Cali, for sure.
Yeah. Who was producing that early RSP stuff?
So Sloan did a lot of some of that stuff with them too. That's how I met them. And then they had my man. His name was Joe. Was it Big Joe or JoJo? He left for Colorado a long time ago, but he was doing a lot of their beats. I met them boys in a cipher in a trailer park in the grimiest part of Rayford you ever seen in your life. 1997. I met
I just
Project.
thought of her name, man. We can't forget this name. J Mo. You know who J Mo is?
Was it
Off
J Bo? J Bo?
J Mo off of Fayettenam Bombers.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
okay.
down, yeah. He's down with Nerve Wreck and all them. And that whole squad, I mean, they had so many great producers going on over there.
Shout out to D. Baracus, my man. D.A. Baracus. I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I seen that cat at the memorial for Filthy. He was
And
on that.
I'm pretty sure Mr. J could chime on this one. SRD Character Assassins.
Yeah, characters, yeah, definitely.
You know, first dudes in the Source magazine in the Ville.
Yeah, in the Source in '96. I still got that. I still got that clip. I showed it to Rick Marvel one time, and he was like, "Yo, you still got it?" He was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a big thing because
Hell
we
yeah,
didn't
that was.
have too many people popping out."
I was in the studio during that time, and that definitely motivated us. I was a few years away before I even put out anything publicly, but man, that definitely was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Then next we saw Bomb Shelter in there. It was like, okay, man, for a small city, within 3 years we had two acts in an unsigned hype from Fayetteville, North Carolina. That was already showing you something. I mean, this is a long time ago, man. The talent in this city, man, is severely underrated. We got more than most places, and we got different sounds, and we got completely different artists. Which that's why I like the bill. I mean, it's my city. I love my city. Everybody should have no problem bragging on their own feathers. But this city right here has a lot to offer. I wish Casablanca was on here tonight. Okay, I know that's what he's talking.
All right, so let's flip it like this. We're going to do a two-part question. First part, you could take one of the hip-hop producers we named on the big-time level to produce your album. Just one. Who's it going to be?
Primo. I want them Primo beats,
You
baby.
going Primo? All
I'm
right.
right.
Oh man, yeah, I've got like a dream list of at least 6 people that I know I have do my album. But
all right, who's your
to
six?
pick
Who's your
one,
six?
pick one.
Yeah.
I go with Pete Rock. If I got to just pick one, I go with Pete Rock.
My favorite beat, one of my favorite beats of all time.
I know this is going to
Reminisce.
sound crazy. This going to sound crazy. I might would have to go with Kanye.
I mean, that's my second choice only because if I want a commercial record that's going to sell millions of copies, I'm probably going to go to Kanye.
I'm trying to go big, man. I'm trying to go big, man.
If I want songs that I want to write, I know that Primo beats I'm going to be able to write easily. I'm going to just hit them and boom, 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 it's going to come out.
And then just having Kanye in the video, he's probably going to do something crazy that's going to get me crazy amount of clicks.
But he's going to make one really long arm and one really short arm, though. It's going to look ridiculous. You're going to have one shoe with a big shoe and a little shoe, or make you put that square shit on like he did to that one motherfucker. And I ain't running down there with that square shit on, dog.
Who's your
If
dream
you're talking
six,
big,
though?
man.
Who's
My
your
dream
dream six,
6?
Mr. J?
Well, I just told you one of them, Pete Rock. The other one would be Primo, Dr. Dre, DJ Quick, and then Legendary Traxster. Legendary Traxster did beats for Twista. And then T-Mix. T-Mix did a lot of Suave House stuff. So that's my 6 for my album.
All right, so let's switch it to you can only get one Fayettenam producer to do your joint right now. Who you got?
The kid QDH.
Okay, the kid QDH.
Well, since I already had Rick Marble do some stuff for my album uh, and for the Empire album, I think I have to go with somebody different. I'll go with Rain.
All right, so I'm gonna hurt some feelings on this one. Sorry, magician. I'm sorry, Irv, but I'd have to go with the guy who custom made me 2 tracks, and I'd have to go with my Trilla Noise tracks, man. I'd have to go with my man Trill, and he just sent me a bunch of beats, man. I'm like, yo, man, like
Shout
this
out to Trill.
dude,
That's the one cat I never got the chance to work with.
I could definitely, link y'all up, get y'all's contacts swapped and whatnot, but when you get a custom made beat with your vocals in it, all that just for you, yeah, you feel
I know
like
you
you
was
got the
hyped.
special treatment. I was hyped. I felt like I got the special treatment. And what's crazy is I gotta throw this out there. He told me like that some people was hating that he gave me the beat, that he made that beat for me. He wouldn't say no names and whatnot, but he did say some of these names was engaging with the podcast. So, that was a
They me
little too much
Trill in
for
10 years
me.
other message, but
My whole
I
thing is Fayetteville, we gotta stop hating on each other. We gotta form together like Voltron. We gotta bring it together
No
like
doubt.
Voltron. We got a
No
shit
doubt.
ton of producers. We got a shit ton of rappers. We got movie makers, music video makers. We got DJs. We got music promoters. What more we need?
So, like Bayface said, we got strippers, so we got that
We got
side
shit.
action going on.
Hold up, hold up,
hey,
hold up,
just
hold
make
up, hold up. Yeah, we got strippers, people.
$40.
We got strippers.
Price of pussy is plummeting.
What
Oh man. All
On
right,
what did
that
so
note,
we
what
got
did Dave Chappelle say? The milk has gone bad.
one
I
more
ain't never
time, one
had
time.
with Trill on music, but me and Trill were boys. So I hung out with them definitely when him and Ro were doing their thing, and I've always had nothing but love for Trill for sure.
Uh,
Trillinois plus one of the dopest names in local hip hop. Trillinois tracks, baby. That shit is dope.
Beats by Trill, straight Killerville, dog. So
Get him on
anybody we got to shout out before we go? Anybody we got to shout out before we go? We about 47 minutes and 50 minutes. We try to keep it under an hour, so we don't gotta
out
chop it up
to
to the 15.
Rip Van Jones and his sleeping ass.
Yeah, man. I
Shouts out
heard.
to Sleepy Jones.
Yeah, I believe Uzi Vert is getting ready to try to slide his way on in here uh, to be on the podcast.
Hopefully LZ will make it back on next week. He said he was out with the family. Can't knock that. Big Cass could make it. He said sorry, but I told him no need to apologize. We know, the reason and whatnot.
Next week,
But
I probably be on the podcast as I will be traveling to the Bare Knuckle FC 52 for the coverage of the welterweight championship of the world there in Columbia, South Carolina.
we definitely gonna try to have other cats on soon. Triller Noise tracks. Anybody else we can bring on? Face. Who didn't you say there was somebody you wanted to bring on?
I mean, I said the Trill had hit me up and wanted to be on the
Yeah,
show.
Trill. Yeah,
Uh, so there
Trill.
you got Cass. I mean, and yeah, I mean, Sonny the Star wants to be on the show.
We can bring them on.
Passport School wants to come on the show. Hood the Mayor wants to come on the show. I mean, we got several of the local cats is really doing. Got albums dropping right now. We could definitely give them a platform for that.
Definitely shouts out to Hood and Mayor. I just talked to him recently. I let him know, like, we're gonna start bringing cats on and whatnot. And Passport School just sent me some music recently as well. Shouts out to them cats.
Love it. The whole Juice project, the project they got out right now, man, it's fire. They're getting a lot of traction. They getting like legit stars are sharing their stuff. I seen today the school made a top 100 list on several streaming services. I mean, he's catching fire with that boom bap Griselda remix. That's the movement he
Yeah,
on.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be interviewing them for the documentary sometime next week if
And
everything works out.
you talking about kids that grew up next door to Filthy Rich. How about that? I mean, we're influenced by Filthy and we're younger, so that's cool as hell too.
Yeah.
And
That's
rest
dope.
in peace to Filthy Rich as well.
Los, man, love you, bro.
And
Yep. Filthy
Mr.
forever.
J, what's the date for your performance again in Greensboro?
It's November 18th at the Artist Block.
We
Right
got to
there in
plug that in
Greensboro.
every episode. Every episode, we got to plug that in every episode.
No doubt. Because
Remember,
we getting ready to make this documentary what it is, man. Show
BLM,
love to the whole community.
bang local mills.
Gotta
All
keep
right,
that
fellas, we
popping.
about to wrap it up.
All right.
Hey, I appreciate you having me, man. Mr. J, as always, every week, good to see you cats, man. Chopping up with your motherfuckers. And as always,
And
All
all right,
love.
we out.
nice.